Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and today we are Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, and it's time for a new version of Firefox web browser. Firefox still kind of losing ground a little bit. They aren't really able to get back where they once were at the glory of Mozilla Firefox. It has a hard time, but it still has new versions. So if you're a user of Firefox, we are now at version 90. To check your version, go in the upper right hamburger menu, go down to Help, and here you'll go to About Firefox. You will see that you will be moved to 90.0. This is the latest Firefox browser. What is in here in new features? The first one, background update. So one of the things that a lot of browsers like Google Chrome do is that even though they're closed, they can actually still update in the background in Windows. Well, in Firefox, you needed to have it running for it to actually update. Well, now in Windows, the background update feature is now available. That means that starting with version 90, even if you don't use it, it will update itself when there are updates for the browser. The other feature that they are actually adding is more information about third-party modules that are not signed by Mozilla or Microsoft. Sorry. What does that mean? There's third-party add-ons that go to browsers, and these of course are signed by different companies and often approved by major companies to make sure that they are safe. So in this case, Mozilla and Microsoft and Windows will often sign a add-on to say, yeah, it's safe, there's no problem there. But there are add-ons that might not be signed, are still safe, but there are also add-ons that could be unsigned and that are not really the ones you want. It could be malware. It could be just because one module is actually creating crashes. So how do you check that? Now you go to About, and then you go to colon. Then, of course, you type third party, and here you will go to third-party module information. Here, third-party module information will give you details of what is in the modules in Firefox that were not signed by Microsoft. In this case, I have NVIDIA that has a third-party module for hardware acceleration probably, but it's not signed by the vendor, by Microsoft itself. But I have no crashes, and I know that it's NVIDIA, so you can manage, the way you want. And you can, of course, have more information about what's in here. And, of course, you can decide what to do if you want to keep it or not, if it might crash or if you don't know what it is. So more information is about third-party modules, which is nice. In HTTPS mode only, the browser now has the possibility of having your exceptions to the rule. So the HTTPS mode only that was actually added in here, you now have the possibility, of course, in here to manage exceptions. So if you enable this here, all mode only, you'll have to manage the exceptions. You'll be able to add websites that you want to go to the HTTP version instead of the secure version. So that's something that is also interesting. Firefox 90 support for FTP is now totally removed. So it doesn't work anymore. If you are a FTP user, you'll have to go through other means, as this has been removed from Firefox 90, basically to like all browsers, pretty much, most are finding this insecure. If you print to PDF, you will now have working hyperlinks in the PDF file, which was not before. You had the links, but you couldn't click on them. You had to copy paste. Now you will have working hyperlinks, so you can go to the websites. There's Smart Block version 2, improving privacy by blocking Facebook scripts by default. And basically, you have better control over what's happening. You can now, you have software render. So, of course, Firefox tries to use hardware rendering for web. If you have hardware accelerations like a good graphics adapter, a GPU, it will often want to use that in order to render some of the web pages. But if you don't, there's now a better way with web render, better performance, and it's software accelerated instead. So hopefully this is going to help and work better. So this is pretty much what we have in Firefox 90. So update and check it out. There's some security fixes. We're going to talk about them in a separate video because I want to separate the security and the main Firefox browser. So check it out. Firefox 90 is now available. Once again, upper right corner in the menu. Go into Help. Go into About Firefox. It should be updating to 90.0 today, Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. And enjoy my videos. Please subscribe. Give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching our videos on this channel.